Let's start with a statement that, honestly, gets right to the point. This isn't just some clever line. It's the most important strategic reality that business leaders like you are facing today. This one idea, it frames our entire conversation. Welcome. In this explainer, we are going to cut through all the noise, all the hype, to give you a clear, ROI-focused roadmap for bringing AI into your business. We're not talking about science fiction here. We're talking about practical, measurable business evolution that delivers actual, real-world results.
Okay, so first things first. We need to establish a set of core beliefs. This is all about cutting through the noise to see how AI actually impacts your bottom line and your team's day-to-day work.
These 4 points, this is the whole philosophy. It all starts with empowering your people, not looking for ways to replace them. Then, we use AI to find and plug what I call profit leaks. You know, those hidden inefficiencies that are just draining your resources. But here's the key. For any of it to matter, AI has to be integrated directly into your workflows. And please remember, the real value comes from strategic clarity, not just from buying the newest shiny tool. This right here is the essential mindset shift. Seriously, think of AI not as software, but as a totally new kind of resource, a tireless digital team member that can handle all those repetitive tasks, freeing up your incredible human talent to focus on what they do best: strategy, creativity, and building relationships.
So how do we build on that mindset? Well, you need a framework, because without one, investing in AI is just an expense. A clear strategy is what turns that expense into a real competitive advantage.
Now, I know what you're thinking. At first glance, this might look a little complex, but it's actually a very logical roadmap. It connects your highest level vision all the way down to the foundational stuff you need on the ground. We can actually simplify it into 3 essential layers.
See, here's how simple this really is. You start by asking, what's our vision? That's your strategic competency. Then you ask, where can we apply AI to actually achieve it? Those are your use cases. And finally, what do we need to make it happen? That's your foundation of people and tech. Vision, application, foundation. That's the whole strategy, right there.
All right, so now we move from the what of strategy to the where. How do you find the highest impact opportunities for AI inside your own business? Where's the low-hanging fruit? We found that pretty much every high-value AI opportunity falls into one of these 4 patterns. If your business has one or more of these, you are sitting on a gold mine for AI-driven cost savings and a serious competitive advantage. Let's take a quick look at each one. First up, codified knowledge. This is all about your existing content and data. Think about marketing, for example, where some companies are seeing up to a 95% cost reduction in content generation. It's incredible. AI can analyze, summarize, and create, basically turning your internal knowledge into a massive, active asset. Second, customer interactions, and this one is a huge one. AI-powered chatbots and assistants can handle the majority of routine questions 24/7. We're talking about cutting customer service costs by 30% while, and get this, simultaneously boosting customer satisfaction. It's better service at a lower cost. A true win-win. Third, large supply bases. If you deal with a lot of vendors and contracts, you need to pay attention to this. AI can automate procurement tasks and review contracts in minutes instead of days. The efficiency gains here are just massive, often somewhere between 30 and 50%. And fourth, significant field forces. For any business with technicians or staff out in the field, generative AI can be a total game changer. It can predict maintenance needs before something breaks, reducing spending by up to 40% and making sure your team's time is optimized. Okay, so you found your opportunity. The very next question every single leader asks is, how do I measure the return on this? How do I prove this is actually working?
Well, if you find that question a little tricky, you're not alone. A recent study found that 42% of businesses struggle to even define the ROI for their AI projects. But there's a much better way than just looking at the balance sheet.
This is the Balanced Scorecard. It's such a powerful tool because it gives you a holistic view, the whole picture. So for an AI chatbot, you don't just track cost savings. You also track customer satisfaction, how efficiently the bot is resolving issues, and its capacity for handling more volume. It measures the total impact, not just the financial one.
Now, let's look at the proof. These aren't just theories. These are hard numbers from real-world companies putting AI to work and seeing absolutely incredible results.
Okay, consider a food manufacturer. By using AI to simply get better at forecasting demand and improved their order fill rates. They unlocked an additional $30 million in gross margin. That's the power of operational precision.
Now think about time. That very same company automated its production schedules, and in doing so cut the time spent on that task by a staggering 96%. That's thousands of hours reclaimed for work that actually drives growth.
And finally, in the energy sector, AI-powered predictive maintenance meant they were fixing equipment before it broke. The result? Over a 40% reduction in maintenance spending, a direct and sustainable hit right to the bottom line. So, the results are crystal clear. The framework is there. What is your next move? How do you translate all this information into real action? The very first step is to understand this, the AI iceberg. The technology itself is just the tip, maybe 30% of the effort. The real work, the 70% that's hiding below the surface, is adapting your processes and empowering your people to work in new ways. This is a business transformation, not just a tech upgrade.
Here's a simple, low-risk way to begin. First, identify a specific, high-impact use case. Don't try to change everything at once. Second, run a small pilot test to prove the value and learn from it. And third, monitor the results and optimize. You don't have to boil the ocean. Start smart, prove the ROI, and then you scale.
And so we end with what might just be the most important question of all. This is what it's really about. When AI frees up 20% of your team's time, what would you have them do with it? Your answer to that question, well, that's the first step in your own AI revolution.